Welcome back to Growing in Grace by His Grace. Today I am working on up-potting my tomatoes, or up-cupping them. I made a kind of a boo-boo mistake thinking about the difference between determinants and indeterminants, and I thought I should probably share what it is I'm doing and let you know why I'm doing it. So here we go. I have 20 different varieties of tomatoes, and a lot of them are new ones that I'm trying this year. So I found out which ones were determinants and which ones were indeterminants, because it makes me have to do this differently. So my indeterminants, this Paul Robeson, he is going to keep growing all kinds of stems and leaves, and eventually here shortly, in between each of these arms, or here in the armpit, there will be a sucker that will grow out, and those you'll want to prune out, you pinch them out. And for this process, what I'm doing right now, I am going to pot him up some more. So I have to take these little leaves off. So I just up next to the stem with my nail and pinch, and they come right off. And this little guy. And then I will come in and I will fill him up to just below that little Y in there. So I will do that real quick with you. So we're going to put some soil in. Firmly and gently. I'm trying to fill the cup up as much as possible, because that just gives that much more room for the roots to grow. Because everywhere there's those little hairs, and if it touches soil long enough, it will begin to grow roots. And so that means this little plant will have a really big root system by the time it's time for me to plant them out. And that was something else I wanted to talk about too. I am keeping an eye on the forecast. If you are a new gardener, you want to keep an eye on the forecast, because the weather is really weird, especially here in Nebraska. You almost never know what one day is going to bring to the next. So with our weather, this spring has been really weird. We've got some really cold weather that came in, and like it froze a lot of my perennial bulbs that came up. Their tips of their leaves got browned and frozen. So here I have a determinant tomato. It's an Italian Roma, and he's got about a half a cup of soil. So I want to give him more soil. So because I have his name written on the cup, I'm transferring him to this cup for a moment. I'm going to backfill my cup here. Try to press it up firmly in there and up against the sides. And look at him. Let's see. Maybe that's enough. Approximately. Really close. So I'm going to set him down there. Get him slid back out here. Now I'm going to slide him into his old cup. And a piece of grass is already growing. I've been bringing them out to harden them off and give them the sunlight. And so that way they will be that much closer to being ready to plant them sooner. But until we've got some nights that are averaging in the 60s at least, I think I'm going to hold off unless they are looking like they're getting root bound and I absolutely have to plant them out. But I'm sure I will do a video when I do plant them out. And so I'm gonna just keep them safe as long as I can so that they will have a better chance of survival ultimately, and a better chance of growth. So I will get those rest of those tomatoes taken care of here. And with the garden bed being done, I really want to start plugging stuff in, but I want to be conscientious of what it is I'm doing and make sure I have a really good start. One thing I am going to start doing is tomorrow's supposed to be a rainy day, and so I figured that would be a good time to have some seed out. So the okra area, I've got some cardboard down and my rows marked, and I'm going to plant some seeds there. So I'll have another area planted, and just continue to be patient as I wait for the right time. And I will just continue to share what what I'm doing as I'm doing it. There is always something to do, and when you start a lot of plants, you can have a lot to do. So I will get these tomatoes. I also have to, oh my goodness, I have to figure out for sure which ones I am keeping. I did figure out that along my trellis line, I have room for 26 indeterminate tomatoes to single vine them up. So I have to decide the 2 extras of all the indeterminates that I have going on. I will pick 2 extras to grow out of those. And I'm thinking it might be a Cherokee Purple as one of my extra tomatoes. And I might let my boys pick the other one so that they can be involved as well. But I really do just I really enjoy gardening, and I know I'm not the most knowledgeable, but what I do know, I just want to share it, and I thank you for taking the time to come by and see this little tomato video, and I just hope you learned something too. Thank you again, and God bless. Until next time.